Okay, raise your hand if you've ever considering sitting in history class and you wanted to visit the place that you've been talking about. Well, approximately 3 months ago, I visited Little Rock Central High School, and this is actually a picture I took standing on the front lawn. Now, I don't want to get into the backstory much because we did learn about it in history class, but these 9 students were discriminated from the all-white high school, and they were not allowed in until 1957, like approximately 3 months into school. My first thoughts, like when arriving there, like it was really huge, but when we did pull up, we had a black man come up to our window, and he said that when it was 9 o'clock p.m., we needed to leave, and that it was not safe for any white people to be there at all. This is 13 and a half, or a little over 13 and a half football fields, and that is 18 acres, and that's how many acres the school actually sits on. So the pictures do not justify how big the school is, and as you can see in this picture right here, I'm actually standing under there. And I thought that in pictures I would be able to reach that top arch, and I couldn't. I was way too short. I actually had an interaction with a student when I was there. I asked her, I said, do you guys learn about any of the things in the school, or any of the events that actually took place here? And she said, surprisingly enough, we do not. We don't learn about any of that stuff unless it's during history class in that unit. She said, I was very intrigued by this atmosphere, and I wanted to know more, and I wanted to know what it was about. She said, I had talked to a teacher. They said before the unit, they all get together, and she said her teacher in particular did not feel comfortable with teaching this lesson. He actually sat out and has another teacher teach that lesson. So a few minutes later, I walked inside, and I saw the student. I asked him if he would give me a tour around the school, and he was very numb at the situation. We walked through a lunchroom, and he said, do you ever hear about a lunch tray being thrown at one of the black students? And I said, yeah, I heard about that. He said, this is kind of where it happened. And he moved on, and he said, well, this is where she got hit by a book. And I was just like, I didn't understand why he was so numb about it, but he acted like it was not even a big deal.